We're at 12823 Sylvan Street, North Hollywood, California, 91606. This is October 19th, 2017. This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing, Inc., performing a video sewer inspection through the 3-inch roof vent. We could not locate a mainline cleanout on the property, so we are on the roof. There is a 3-inch cast iron roof vent. Hopefully we can get all the way through out to the city sewer. We're going to attempt to run through this roof vent and get all the way out. We're going to clean off our camera lens, and we're going to begin running out. This is the front of the property, the driveway area, and that's the front of the garage closest to the street. The house next door on the west side, top of the house next door on the east side of the street. And this is our 3-inch cast iron mainline cleanout. We're going to begin running through here. As I said, we're going to attempt to get all the way out to the city sewer. Got some cobwebs and such. We may have some debris on the camera lens, so we'll have to wash that off. We've got a little bit of water in the cast iron waistline underneath the house. I'm going to pull back out for a moment, try and wipe that camera lens back off again. Maybe we moved enough of the debris with the cobwebs and such that we can get a clearer picture. Okay, got a better picture now. Let's try it again. Okay, now we're into the cast iron underneath the house, and we do have a little tiny bit of water underneath the house in the waistline, the cast iron waistline, which tells us that we do not have the proper grade on the waistline because it is holding water. And this is older cast iron. It does appear that we have some minor cracks in the cast iron. Now we're running out toward the front of the house. And we'll probably transition to a 4-inch vitreous clay. We're making a turn now. Kind of tough to get around the turn. We got another joint, cast iron joint. Sometimes we do have cast iron all the way out. That does look like the transition. That is the transition from the cast iron to the vitreous clay right here, and we will mark that out at 63 feet after, once we run all the way out. A mainline cleanout should be installed here, and we got an offset right in front of it right here. So if you put the mainline cleanout right there, at the same time you can repair that joint. Got a pretty large offset right there. We got another joint, making a turn, going out toward the curb. Joint's got a little tiny minor offset to it, a little bit of a separation, not bad, not terrible. That joint same way, little tiny minor offset. That looks to be okay. There's no root intrusions, no breaks that we can see. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint same way. Older clay, but there's no big trees right here, so there's a good chance that we won't have any root intrusion or any major breaks. And that joint looks to be good. That joint's got a little minor offset too, nothing serious. And we got another turn. We got a little bit of roots right here. Going into the transition, what we can see right here is the 6-inch city lateral, which it is the homeowner's responsibility as well. From here to the city sewer in the street, more than likely we're going to have about another 25 feet before we get to the city sewer. Now we're in the 6-inch vitreous clay. We're heading out. That joint looks to be in fair condition. Minor bit of an offset. Same thing with this joint. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. I'm going to try and push out. We may have to run some water to help us push all the way out to the city sewer. Try and get it out there if we can. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks to be in good condition. And now we're heading down. We're making a pretty drastic drop. And that joint appears to be in pretty good condition. Okay, we're going to have to run some water now. So we're going to pause the audio for a moment. Go down and start running some water. Help us get out to the city sewer. Okay, we're going to begin running the camera again. We've got the water running now. And we're able to push a little bit easier. It's going to be kind of hard to see because we're going to be in water. We get into the city sewer, then we'll shut the water off, and as we pull back we can look at the remainder of it. And there's the city sewer. See, our camera's kind of dangling right there, so we're hanging in. So shut our water down now. As we pull back, we can look at the remainder of the 6-inch vitreous clay city lateral that we couldn't see before. Okay, we've now shut the water off that we had running in the bathtub, and it's going to take a few minutes for this water to dissipate so we can pull our camera back and take a look at the remaining area in the 6-inch vitreous clay. We're going to pull back just a tiny bit to the opening, right to the joint, and that is the joint to the city sewer from the 6-inch lateral. That joint looks to be okay. That joint's got a little bit of an offset to it. You see quite a bit of an, and it's got a separation in there as well. Going out, we went into some dark areas, and we may have some other issues in the 6-inch lateral possibly. As we pull back, we will be able to see exactly what's going on with the line, hopefully, and then we can make a recommendation. But yeah, there is a pretty good offset there at the tie-in. Kind of hard to see it from this point, but you can see it here right about the 9 o'clock area. It's dropped down and to the side. You can see more of the face of the pipe going toward the 11 or 12 o'clock area. You can see it there pretty good. So it's just shifted. If there is other work that needs to be done on this, then we would recommend that a liner be installed. That's just concrete slag right there. That joint doesn't look too bad. Bit of an offset, but not terrible. You've got the concrete slag right there. Right here we got an offset. Got a fairly good offset there too. And there's some more concrete slag. You can see up toward the top, up toward the 1 o'clock and 12 o'clock area where it's shifted. You can see the face of the pipe. Now we're coming back and we're underwater right here. So we've either got a belly in this piping or we've got some debris holding water back. You may not even be able to see it. It all depends how long this belly is. But yeah, we do have quite a bit of a belly in this 6-inch lateral. Yeah, quite a bit of a belly in the 6-inch lateral. With a liner in this 6-inch lateral, it will help to support this piping, and also it's going to make the debris and waste flow a whole lot easier. Joint looks to be in fairly good condition. So it is the belly and then the offset right at the city sewer. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. And that joint right there, we do have a crack up off to the left. You can see the crack right about the 9 o'clock area to about the 11 o'clock area. But that would also be lined if you put a liner in there. Now we're pulling back. We're going to come back to our 4-inch just a little bit. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint's got a little bit of an offset, but not terrible. Now we're coming back up. We've got roots in here, and this is at the 4 to 6 connection. And we may have a little bit of a crack. It's kind of hard to see. It does appear that that pipe's cracked right there off to the right. It is cracked. You can see it pretty clearly right there, right on the far right-hand side of the screen. It's got like a chunk, an area that's got a crack. It's got the crack right by the right-hand side of the screen, and then a couple inches inside the screen as well. Kind of hard to get perfect shot, but right there you also have a crack. So excavating this area to shoot a liner, you could repair this one area, or shooting the liner over it will take care of it. It will strengthen it and keep it from coming apart and from root intrusion entering that area. We're going to go down, we're going to mark this area real quick. I'm going to pause our audio for a moment again. Okay, at this point, 92 feet out on the camera, we were at 3 foot 2 inches deep. I'm going to run back out just a little bit. There's our drop. We just want to check the drop again. Back to 92 feet on our camera monitor. Okay, and from this point, we didn't have any major problems from 92 feet. Coming back, some minor offsets possibly. Most of the joints look to be in pretty good shape. We're going to go back to our transition at 63 feet, and we're going to mark that area. All these joints look to be pretty good in here. Minor offset there, nothing major, still within the coupling good, no major root intrusions, no breaks, no cracks. Making our turn. Coming back, joint looks good. A little bit of an offset right there, pretty good offset right there. But then again, that one can be repaired if you put a mainline clean out in here, which there should be. Area now. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've marked this area out on the right front corner of the house. As you're coming into the driveway, it's on the right front corner of the house. And we marked it out at 2 foot 3 inches deep. You could put a mainline clean out here, or you could put it out at about that 92 foot mark in the grass area when you excavate there to put the liner in. So you'd have a mainline clean out on the property. In the grass you would have to have two, one going out toward the street and one coming back toward the house. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now. And again, we're in our cast iron piping up underneath the house. This is a cast iron waste line. Underneath the house it is considered a waste line and not a sewer, but it does conduct sewer. It is used to draw the sewer up, draw the waste out to the city sewer. This piping looks to be in pretty good shape. We had a couple tiny, we saw some cracking along the side, but I believe that's probably cracking in the film right in here, and it could be right at the joint that we're seeing too. It's difficult because these are all old hub and spigot joints. Hub and spigot joints are leaded together. They have lead and what they call oakum, which is a hemp, a rope that is in the lead holds the rope in, so it seals it. It's difficult to say whether we have any cracks in that or not. It could be in the buildup in the film of the piping because it's not that pronounced. Generally, when you have cracks, you see them they're pretty evident. They crack and they open up. That looks like a joint going all the way around, which may have appeared to be a crack. But cast iron under the house does look to be in fair condition at this time, from what we can see. Now we're coming back up our roof vent. We've got water that is coming down onto the camera lens as the camera lens is hanging, so it's kind of difficult to see. And we wiped our camera lens off. And that concludes our video sewer inspection.